there's no question that over the past few years, a number of companies have actually wanted to get into the banking sector somehow, or try and get some of the piece of the action, because they think the banking sector is very lucrative. There's no question. In fact, it's been close to 20 years, based upon my experience sometime in Canada, as most of these tech companies emerged. Basically, any company that holds data or has a number of customers, they felt that they could begin to offer banking services to the clients. And this phenomenon now is not new. I mean, it's happened as Facebook and some of these big tech companies emerged over the years and controlled a number of customers. They felt they could get into banking services. It's not only that. Even if you look at some of the major, what would I call it, shopping companies in the US. Walmart, for example, had a lot of customers and thought they could go form a bank. And so in the US, they tried to form Walmart Bank to various degrees of success. So clearly, yes, there's opportunity to collaborate and to be able to provide banking services to customers, because ultimately the goal is to get a customer and, of course, the services that the customer requires. So this is not new. So I personally don't see it as a threat. Clearly, as the previous speaker mentioned, there are aspects of banking that, I mean, this kind of technology will never, or not, it will facilitate, but it will not take over. High value transactions in the treasury space, in the corporate banking, lending space and all that. You need technology to facilitate what banks do, but it will not take over. So clearly, banks will always exist. Of course, banks have been one of the biggest players in terms of the use of technology. I mean, banks are not shy, because if I talk to you about my technology spend, it's very huge, and I have some suppliers here that we deal with in terms of providing technology to facilitate the services that we provide. So clearly, this is a new frontier, and I think we embrace it. Clearly, of course, banks wanted to hold onto that sector. This is basically facilitating payments and making payments easier. And I think the time has come for us to be able to collaborate, and we can collaborate in that sense in terms of reaching customers who have previously been very difficult to reach. Providing banking services in terms of going to various locations, of course, the physical network is very, very expensive. And the infrastructure in terms of communications that comes with it, in terms of all the various locations of the country, it's not cheap. My bank, for example, of course, has the largest branch network of outlets throughout the country, over 182 locations all over the country. And I can tell you that providing services in Tumu and all those places, real time, similar to the services that someone in Accra or Kumasi would get, it costs a lot of money, and we've embraced them, we've made them investments. So in terms of the facilitating small value transactions and making payments easier, of course, the telcos, I give it to you, have led the way to make things easier, and the regulator has also brought in the necessary regulations to be able to facilitate that whole process. So at this point, I think all of us are going to be working together, and we've started working together. Of course, we hold the funds, and we use the mobile banking service. All of us are using the mobile banking services and to offer services to our customers. There will be new products that are going to be developed. Of course, this is a new other channel for us to be able to deliver the service. So definitely, I think there's some collaboration, but I'm very confident that the banks will always exist, because we play in a segment that I think these things may facilitate the services, but it won't take over.